Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we are going to be looking at a few awesome DLC concepts for GTA Online that I think you all are really going to enjoy. A few days ago, we kind of looked at what a racing-style DLC would kind of be in GTA Online. You guys really seem to like that one. So today, we're going to be looking at what one user on the GTA forums has created called the low-end update that I actually think is pretty cool, but it's also kind of stemmed some thoughts and some ideas from me and how you would incorporate this in sort of like a Blaine County or a Sandy Shores style update. So we're going to be talking about all of that in this video. All right, now before we get started, we do kind of have a bonus part to look at before we get into the other concepts. And this is another map, a hand-drawn concept map. I think this was created by Tommy. I think this might have been created by someone else. I don't know who's claiming these concept maps, but so many people tweet at me various different ones. So I'll try to leave the best link in the description so you can check it out for yourself also. But this one is of Chicago, and this is incredible. Look how detailed this is. How cool would it be to have a city ultimately set in Chicago as a Grand Theft Auto setting? So let's just take a look. Obviously, you've got the extremely dense city of Chicago itself that not only features one of the world's biggest airports, but also looks to have a bunch of different other famous landmarks to go along with it as well. I definitely noticed some sort of stadium, as well as just a massive and giant downtown area with what looks like to be docks at the very southern portion. Now, there certainly seems to be a bunch of other cities scattered around the map. I see a city, Ely, and also Arturonville. So those seem to be like the two other big cities that are outside of the Chicago mainland. And also, as you can see in the top left-hand corner, what looks to be our military base, Fort Walsh. So this looks awesome. You can clearly see there is a bunch of epic cool stuff going on here. You can see the train system as well. It looks like it starts at Fort Walsh, kind of runs all the way through the city, as well as a massive major highway system that is essentially a giant loop around also the city and kind of goes directly in the middle of it. And towards the bottom left-hand corner of the map, you can see like the marshy swamplands. I think this one is really cool. Let me know what you think about this custom Chicago concept map for Grand Theft Auto Online. I think this is awesome. Whoever created this, I wish I could like properly nail down one person, but so many people have been tweeting this at me. So once again, I'll leave that link in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. However, moving on to the main course of this video, and that is the low-end update concept, which is created by user Phoenix on the GTA forums. So this is really cool. He's even designed a logo for it, which looks kind of cool. It looks like Rockstar would come up with it. The font is kind of grungy, kind of, spray paint like. So that's awesome. So he's even got a description for the update. He says, "Are you bored with driving around West Vinewood in your overpriced sports car? Luxury aircraft, highly customized weapon, and suits aren't your vibe? Why don't you drop everything and become a poor man? With this brand new update, it's possible." So obviously that's pretty interesting. And his description is kind of ironic because, to be fair, Rockstar have done a lot of updates that have dealt with high-priced items or luxury goods or being wealthy and expensive. I mean, even going back to 2014, the business update, the high life update. Obviously, in 2015, we got Ill-Gotten Gains 1 and 2, and even the last big DLC, Executives and Other Criminals. The main three things were like yachts and very expensive homes in the Vinewood Hills. So there hasn't really been an update that has capitalized on being poor or like a low end, and to an extent, what I'm going to get into a little bit later, going up into Blaine County. It seems like Rockstar have almost never focused on a DLC that is directly involving Sandy Shores or the beautiful country and mountainside of Blaine County. Now, before we get into his part of the update, I want to talk about some things that he doesn't mention that I think would be cool. One of the things he doesn't include in this update would be, in my opinion, some pretty cool new safe houses and places to live up in Blaine County and up in Sandy Shores. I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't travel up there, is because there are no 10-car garages or really nice places to live that you could actually go up there, making it not really feasible and usable to have like cars and be up there and just hang around up there. So here's a few photos right now. This is actually a mod of like a kind of like a tree house / log cabin that was created in game. And this is sort of kind of the design and feel I'm talking about. Even though it's the low-end update, doesn't mean we can't have some crazy, extravagant things. So I think homes like this would be pretty cool to see up in Blaine County. And if they came with some pretty cool 10-car garages as well, that would be pretty awesome. Basically, Rockstar just needs to give us a reason to go up to Blaine County and Sandy Shores. So whether that's having exclusive vehicles that only spawn up in Blaine County, or whether it's having, clothing items that you can only get in Blaine County stores, that maybe that's something to think about, and maybe that's something Rockstar could ultimately end up adding, because right now there's just no particularly good reason to go up into Blaine County or Sandy Shores. All right, so let's get back to his DLC concept, the low-end update. And the vehicles, he says, a lot of which are going to be returning from GTA 4 and episodes from Liberty City. So the first vehicle he has returning is the Willard, which is a sedan from Grand Theft Auto 4. And he states that this is going to be coming in at $27,900. So again, this is kind of like the 4-door version of the faction. So this would be pretty cool as far as low-end vehicles go. And I imagine all of these would have very cool customization options in the LSC. Up next is the Willard Maribel, which again is another sedan. This is another 4-door car, and of course was found in GTA 4. To me, this looks very similar to the Virgo from Grand Theft Auto 4. Kind of the front grille looks pretty similar. Moving on, the next one is the Dinka Hakumi. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. That's another sedan that's coming in at $38,200. So that would be pretty cool, as well as the Dundreary Regina sedan. Now, this is actually the GTA 4 version of the car that exists in Grand Theft Auto 5. Clearly, you can get this same one in GTA 5, and this one comes in at $28,500, followed up by the Albany Esperanto, which is another sedan at $30,000. I really did like this one in GTA 4, and what's great about all these is the customization we would get on all the different vehicles, which didn't exist in Grand Theft Auto 4, so that's really cool. Up next, we got the Marabatsu Vincent, which comes in at $46,000 on his list, and you can clearly see what it looks like right here. So overall, that's pretty cool. That would basically be 6 returning vehicles from GTA 4 and the episodes from Liberty City, which I think is awesome. And there would also be some new vehicles returning, which of course I'll show you guys right now. The first of which he would call the Declasse Malina, which is a sedan coming in at $31,000. You can see what that looks like right there. Followed up by the Willard Exciter Coupe, which this one actually looks awesome. This would be $55,000. Pretty cool car right there. Followed up by the Willard Millennium, which is another sedan, that one at $30,000. You've also got the Declasse Walton van, which looks kind of similar to the Slam van. So I think that one would be very interesting. I'm sure people are kind of Slam vanned out right now, but nonetheless, that's still a cool looking vehicle. And finally, last but not least, the Bravado Aero, which is a van coming in at $28,000. Now, keep in mind, the theme for this is all supposed to be low end, and those certainly are some very low end vehicles, but the potential for them is pretty cool because you'd be able to customize them and add all these unique things that you could do in Los Santos Custom Shop that we've clearly never seen in other Grand Theft Auto games before. So I think those cars would be pretty cool, and all the things we could do to them would be pretty epic as well. Now, Phoenix also states that this DLC would include 3 new weapons, the first of which would be the drill, which would be $500 in story mode, $850 in online, followed by the screwdriver, which is $120 in story mode, $240 in online, and also finishing up with the Hawken Little SNS Little Revolver at $21,000 in story mode and $3,000 in Grand Theft Auto Online. So overall, pretty cool update, and really the only other thing he doesn't include is clothing. I'm not sure how you would go about getting a theme for low-end clothing. Honestly, that would be kind of a mystery for me, whether it would just be wearing rags or, tattered up and torn clothing, or maybe like jeans with holes in them or shirts with holes in them. That's still something you could do to overall look pretty cool and have a unique taste in Grand Theft Auto Online. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about this low-end update idea, as well as my ideas for kind of like a Blaine County style DLC. I really do think they would go hand in hand, so I'd love to hear from you guys and let me know what you think there. If you did go on to enjoy the video, a like rating would of course be awesome, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With out of the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.